The spark of violence. The war began not with strategy, but with arrogance. On the outer rim, the Drakthar Dominion, a reptilian empire swollen with pride and conquest, targeted the human colony of Eden 9. The humans there had farmed the soil, built domes under strange suns, and made no enemies. But to the Drakthar, weakness invited predation. Without warning, they descended. They raised orbital stations. They burned farms. Families fled into bunkers only to be dragged into the light and executed. The Drakthar fleet commander broadcast his triumph to nearby sectors, mocking the fragile species who spread like weeds. To him, Earth was a planet too soft, too bound by ideals of law and mercy. Humanity, he declared, would never dare answer. The galaxy watched, and most believed him. Aye, arrogance echoes across the stars. The Drakthar celebrated their victory with festivals. Blood-red banners unfurled across their capital, proclaiming that another world had bent the knee, or been broken. In the grand council chambers of neutral empires, laughter rippled. Humans are children, alien ambassadors scoffed. They build art and hospitals while others build fleets and dominions. They will negotiate, not retaliate. The Trellin Compact published a declaration. Earth should retreat into its home system before more colonies fell. To them, humans were a curiosity, teachers, engineers, explorers, not warriors. Whispers spread. The galaxy had nothing to fear from Earth. The Drakthar commander himself, addressing the Dominion's broadcast nets, sneered. We cut down their seedlings. We shattered their little dreams. And what did Earth do? Nothing. They will always do nothing. The quiet witness. But on the scorched ground of Eden 9, in the ruins of a village dome, a single act went unnoticed at first. A Drakthar civilian official, assigned to oversee the newly enslaved population, watched something strange. She had a daughter, crippled by genetic weakness, her legs twisted and frail. Among her people, weakness was shame. Even love could not silence the whispers. One evening, she found a human kneeling beside her child. His own family had been killed in the assault. Yet instead of striking, instead of cursing, he adjusted a crude exoskeleton brace he had scavenged from colony wreckage. He tightened the straps with gentleness, lifted the child, and taught her how to stand. The girl stumbled, fell, rose again, and for the first time she smiled. The alien mother stared. Her conqueror's heart could not understand it. Why help the child of the enemy? Why offer kindness after slaughter? She said nothing, but the image seared itself into her mind. The silence breaks. Weeks later, silence ended. Unmarked signals whispered across the stars. Hidden frequencies carried ancient codes, never meant for outsiders. Earth had been quiet not from fear, but from calculation. While the galaxy laughed, while the Dominion boasted, Earth's fleets had been gathering in the dark. From Neptune's shadow, dreadnoughts slid free, hulking shapes forged in secrecy, bristling with rail cannons and plasma spears. From Luna's hidden docks, carriers launched wings of interceptors painted black, engines silent until ignition. Civilian liners vanished from starports, repurposed as troopships. Comms across colonies and allies, filled with a single, cold message. This is Earth. Eden 9 will be avenged. Stand clear. The galaxy froze. The laughter died. Even the Drakthar celebrations faltered. The march of retribution. The response was not a fleet. It was an avalanche. When humanity struck, suns vanished behind their numbers. Ship after ship warped into the Dominion's borders, formations unfolding like wings of steel. Their carriers hung in orbit like judgment itself, raining silence before fire. Planets that had mocked Earth trembled. They had never seen humans move like this, swift, absolute, without hesitation. At first, the Drakthar fleet tried to resist, but their armadas shattered like glass against Earth's fury. Rail cannon slugs burned holes through battle cruisers. Orbital drop pods fell like meteors, disgorging soldiers whose armor walked through plasma fire. Every battle ended the same way: silence, then annihilation. The galaxy watches in terror. The wider galaxy realized too late what was happening. They remembered Earth's history, how a species that once warred with itself had built weapons terrible enough to end their own world. How those weapons were locked away, but never forgotten. Now all that discipline, all that restraint had snapped. Where aliens had seen fragility, they now saw endurance turn to vengeance. Where they mocked weakness, they now faced strength too ruthless to comprehend. In 3 weeks, entire Dominion sectors were gone, communications cut, worlds dark, their maps turned blank. The climax of fire. The decisive moment came at Zerath Prime, the Dominion's throne world. The Drakthar High Council assembled their greatest fleet, 12,000 ships, the pride of centuries. They broadcast threats promising Earth's extinction. Humanity answered with silence. Then the sky itself tore open. Earth's hidden armada, 5 times larger than anything recorded, emerged like a storm given flesh. Dreadnoughts blotted constellations. Carriers opened their maws, releasing endless swarms. Planet-cracking weapons glowed like newborn stars. The battle lasted 6 hours. When it ended, the Drakthar capital was ash and ruin. Their emperor's palace melted into rivers of glass. Survivors fled not in ships, but in whispers. The message was clear: Eden 9 had been avenged. The aftermath of silence. The galaxy fell quiet. Trade routes emptied. Councils that once mocked Earth now spoke only in hushed tones. No one dared approach Saul without permission. No one dared look too long at a human envoy. On Eden 9's ruins, the alien mother who had once seen a human help her disabled child stood in awe. Her people's empire was gone. Her daughter now walked with strength. And she remembered that simple act, the kindness that had seemed so small compared to fleets and fire. She whispered to her child, "We thought them weak. We thought them prey, but I saw the truth. They are something else. Remember this, never provoke Earth." And across the stars, survivors repeated the same refrain. It passed from council to council, world to world. Humanity's patience is vast, but their vengeance is infinite. The lesson written in fire. The galaxy would never forget. Some saw humans as monsters, vengeful gods cloaked in flesh. Others saw them as guardians, terrible yet necessary, the balance against cruelty. But all agreed on one truth. The day an alien mother watched a human help her disabled child was the day the galaxy's destiny changed. For it revealed what no fleet, no weapon, no empire could erase: humanity's core. A paradox of mercy and wrath. A species capable of lifting the broken with one hand and crushing empires with the other. The galaxy had learned. The galaxy would remember.